Shalom. First of all, I'd like to start off by giving all glory and honor to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahushai by Hashem, Rakakadash. Double honor to the teachers, elders, and apostles of Great Millstone. Also to you brothers that are putting out this truth. Faithfully, fearlessly feeding the sheep, and to you brothers and sisters tuning in. Shalom. And let's just be frank here. Jake have their head up their ass here in Great Babylon, America. I mean, they're under the hypnotic spell of Esau, the Edomite, the so-called white man, so bad. Okay, and all the great folly and abomination here in Great Babylon, America. And I put this video in the background here, and also with this picture here in the center here, illustrating Jake's head up his ass, because basically Jake is blind to what is going on around them, and also they're deaf, okay, to the message that's coming from the elders, teachers, and apostles of Great Millstone, and likewise brothers on the highway and the byway on this unicorn, okay, to warn them of what's taking place here on earth, and in particular here in Great Babylon, America. Let's start off with the book of Lamentations 4, starting with verse 18, and it reads, they hunt our steps, that we cannot go in our streets. Our end is near, our days are fulfilled, for our end is come. Our persecutors are swifter than the eagles of heaven. They pursued us upon the mountains. They laid wait for us in the wilderness. This is Esau, okay? Their technology, the fact that they control, the law enforcement, okay, the financial system, everything, okay, in which they can use, okay, to oppress the tribe of Israel. And it says, the breath of our nostrils, the anointed of the Lord, Yahweh Shemashai, was taken in their pits, of whom we said, under their shadow we shall live among the heathen. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken, and thou shalt make thyself naked. The punishment of thy iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thee thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. And these are all sins you see going on here. This mirth that Jacob is in, following the ways of Babylon, America, worshiping basically the image of this man and all of his follies that he's created. Okay. And Jake doesn't understand, okay, that Esau does have an end, this cup, okay, of tribulation that we have been going through, and what we're going to be going through in Jacob's trouble is also going to be passed on to this man. And this man is going to get a double. These people, okay, are going to get a double. But Jake does not want to hear, because why? The head is up their ass. Let's go to 1 Corinthians 10 and verse 21. It says, ye cannot drink the cup of the Lord, Yahushua Mashiach, and the cup of devils, which is Esau, these so-called white people. Ye cannot be partakers of the Lord's table, Yahushua Mashiach, and of the tables of devils. You worship Amalek, okay, and the Lord Yahushua Mashiach at the same time. You just can't do it, okay? And Esau, okay, has come up with a way, okay, to persuade our people. I'm talking about the 2/3 here, okay, and to continuously to be in that state of mirth, continues to be in that state of this pride. You see them, they have the pride parade, be in this continuous state of the continuity, hey, go get your degrees, graduate, make mama and daddy proud. Okay. You can eat whatever you want to eat, because these particular kind of foods, seafood and all of those things, okay, is a symbol of what you have achieved your goals in life. Okay. And this is why you see Jake them always trying to be like them. I want steak and lobster. I want, the great grand seafood, eating roy oysters and those things like that. These things are all abominable. Okay. And they love to have that social life with the oppressor, Esau, the so-called white man. Okay. And when I talk about the Esau, the so-called white man, I'm talking about the women, the children, everybody from the tribe of Edom. Okay. And when I say Jakes, I'm talking about, the women, the children, okay, men and women. Okay. That's falling into this folly. This is the book of Colossians 3 and verse 1. It says, if ye then be risen with Hamashiach, seek those things which are above, which Hamashiach sitteth on the right hand of power. Set your affection on things above, not on things on earth. When you look at this is the affection, okay, what Esau has everybody here on earth, having their affection for, which is what you see the 2/3, they have such great affection for this. They're wowed by this man. Okay, they're wowed by the things here on this earth. And it says, for ye are dead, and your life is hid with Hamashiach in power. Okay, so this is what we know. Okay, which is why when we go down the highway and the byway, we've always given the warning to Jake. Okay, This man is not to be worshipped. Esau, the Edomite, the so-called white man, is not to be worshipped because he is a created being. He is the base of all the creation. Okay, this man is number 18 of the 18 tribes of created. And he also is going to be given double the tribulation and punishment for his iniquities as we got. Okay, pursuant to Deuteronomy 28, when we've gone through slavery, what this man has done to the men, buck breaking, is turning sons and daughters into freaks, transgenderism. Okay. And this is all part of his wicked system here, to keep Jake's head nice and snugged up their ass. And they love it. They really do love it because they love the comfort feeling, okay, with their head up their ass. This is 1 Corinthians 6, verse 19. And it says, what? Know ye not that your body is a temple of the Holy Ghost, which is in you, which ye have of power, and ye are not of your own? See, this is where they feel like they could do what they want to do. Okay, clip off their testicles and their penis, and invert it back into their body to make a vagina. You have strap-ons for the females. They go and have their breasts surgically removed. Okay, you have men walking around, dressed up as women in high heels and stockings, and being feminine and just abominable, and eating all the swines and the seafood and all the abominable food. Okay, all these things defile the body, and our body belongs to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Okay, and it says, for ye are bought with a price. Therefore, glory, power in your body and in your spirit, which are powers, which is God's. Okay, and how are we to do that? Okay, that price that we were bought with was blood. Yahushua, he died for us. He came down in a humble spirit. Okay, as a man, and took the punishment and died for his people. Okay. And right now, all you have is the hopefully lack of Yasharala, okay, that is showing any kind of remorse or repentance or appreciation for what our Malak did, okay? But the rest of our people, hey, they're in deep sleep here. But here's why we consistently come out here on the unicorn to remind you, okay? This is Genesis 27:41. And Esau hated Jacob. Who's Esau? Esau, okay, is the so-called white people, okay? So think of that as a group of all these Edomites across the earth with all the money, all the finances, all the guns, okay, in position of authority and the power, hated Jacob. Who's Jacob? The 12 tribe of Israel, also called Black Americans and Latinos, okay? And we've shown that chart over and over and over, okay, out there on the highway in the Bible, on the unicorn, who those people represent. And many of you, hey, you get a little lighter skin color or maybe a little bit more straighter hair, and you assume, okay, that this doesn't apply to you, okay, but it does. And it says, because of the blessing wherein his father blessed him, and Esau said in the side, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I say to my brother Jacob, hey, they're preparing those robot dogs, cyborgs, okay, drones that are going to be flying over the cities with poison, numerous other kind of lab-made diseases and pestilence that Esau has created. Not to mention the mutated beasts, because a lot of his experiments is on animals. So don't be surprised if you see a doggone rat the size of a damn dog and doggone with teeth like a doggone wolf, okay? Don't be surprised. Remember, the Lord said he's going to create, okay, these strange beasts for what? Vengeance, okay? And one of the sword judgments that the Lord is going to be bringing out here in Great Babylon, America, and particularly on the tribe of Israel, but also the rest of these nations that are here too, okay, is what? The famine, okay? The beasts of the field, the pestilence, okay? And finally, he's going to bring, and then the sword, and then also the lake of fire, which is going to be that ultimate judgment, okay? Let's go into the book of Malachi, chapter 1, and start verse 1. It says, the burden of the word of the Lord Yahweh Shemashai to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, said the Lord Yahweh Shemashai, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau as Jacob's brother? See, now this is where, when your head is up your ass, you feel that you have to have compassion for a man that just said in Genesis 27:41 that what? He's planning on killing and wiping out the entire tribe of Israel. That's what his plan is. And he is preparing for that right now. You see it out in the news, okay, where they're labeling the so-called Latinos as what? Disease-carrying, pestilence, useless, and worthless. Okay, that is going to bring down the property value of these doggone Edomites. And they're getting very agitated about that. Okay, and they're going to do something. So it's just a matter of time before you see things pop off in a city near you. And it says, was not Esau Jacob's brother? Was not the so-called white people or the so-called white man, okay, the brother of the so-called black, Native American, Latino man? Said the Lord Yahweh Shemashai, yet I love Jacob. He loved who? Jacob, the tribe of Israel. And I hated Esau. I hated the doggone Caucasians. I hated the so-called white people. Okay? And laid his mountains and his heritage ways for the dragons of the wilderness, which is going to be coming very soon to this place. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desert places. Thus said the Lord of hosts, Yahweh Shem Yahshai, they shall build, but I will throw down. And they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people whom the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshai had an indignation forever, which means he hate them. So why are you participating in a place that's going to be destroyed? Why are you looking at a man, okay, that is the walking dead? That's what Esau really is. He's a walking corpse that's speaking to you, okay? This man is nothing. And it says, and your eyes shall see, and ye shall say, the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai will be magnified from the bottom of Israel. That's what's coming, okay? He will be magnified, okay? Because see, right now, even most of Jakes cannot even accept the fact that the Hamashiach, okay, looks like them. He's a so-called black man, okay? They can't accept the fact that the Most High, Yahweh Shem Shai, looks like a so-called black man. That's what he looks like. We were created in his image. That's who we are. That's why we're the best at everything. Okay. But we were put in this low position for everyone to make fun of us. Okay. For a reason. Esau had to get his opportunity. Okay. To have some type of enjoyment. Okay. And that opportunity right now is closing down. And this man is going to do what? Pursuing to Genesis 27:41, he's going to come with great wrath on the entire earth. But in particular, he's really got his eyes set on who? The tribe of Israel. Let's go into the book of Psalms 20. And starting with verse 7, and it reads, some trust in chariots and some in horses, but we will remember the name of the Lord, our power, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. You will need to remember that name when the time, okay, of tribulation comes on Jacob, Yasharala, Israel, a so-called blacks, native Americans, Latino. Doesn't matter. You have a job, 401k savings, all that stuff. Even if you doggone took the deal with do well with the doggone digital currency that's coming, it doesn't matter where you are here in Great Babylon, America. You will be required to know that name. Because why? That is the only way you are going to be saved. Okay. And it says, they are brought down and fallen, but we are risen and stand upright. Save Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Let the king hear us when we call. Let's go into the book of 2nd Ezra 6 and starting verse 53, because an interesting part about this is that, Jake don't understand. Okay, the rest of these nations that they look at, the rest of these cultures that they worship and don't want to follow the ways of what we're supposed to be following, which is the dietary plan, honoring the Sabbath, okay, worshiping Yahushua Mashiach, okay, the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, okay, being as diligent as we can, okay, in this truth, okay. They admire all the other follies of this earth. Okay, when you go into 2nd Ezra 6 and verse 53, it says, upon the 6th day thou gavest commandment up unto the earth, that before thee it should bring forth beasts, cattle, and creeping things, and after these Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures. Of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes. As for the other people, okay, other nations, 17 nations, including these Edomites, okay, so-called white people, which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle. Take a look at this picture right here. Huh? See what happens when boxers go in the corner. Okay, they spit out that doggone, they rinse their mouth with the water and they spit it out. They spit out that saliva. What? That's all of that. They're trying to get all of that exhaust out of their system. Freshen up to go for the next round. So this is what basically the rest of these nations are compared to. Okay, a spit in a bucket. Okay, spittle. And it says, and as likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from vessels. So the rest of these nations, although they're high in numbers, they get their big cities and they're financially, above us, and they look down on us, they're considered nothing. Okay. Why did the Lord consider them nothing? If we move a little further, it says, and now, O Lord, behold, these heathens which have ever been reputed as nothing have begun to be lords over us and devour us. Okay, so we will put even the Lord said there's nothing. Okay, this question is coming up and saying, well, if they're nothing, why are they put in authority over us? And it says, but we, thy people, whom thou hast called thy firstborn, thy only begotten, and thy fervent lover are given into their hands. We're given into their hands, pursuant to Deuteronomy 28, where we have to go through all these curses, slavery, butt breaking, humiliated in the streets right now, looked upon. People walk the other side when they see you, There's an assumption by these women here in the society, and I'm talking about the elect men, and other men, other jakes who are not going out there on the highway and the byway, okay, as part of the hopefully elect, okay. You can't even walk in the direction of these fat, big ass, ugly heifers in this doggone queendom without them stepping aside or giving you the look like as if you want to or approach and talk to them. It's like, have you take a look in the mirror and see the body fat? Have you look at the extra chin? Have you seen the jiggle on you? Why do they think that why do they think, okay, that we who as kings, the chosen of the Yahweh Shemai Shai, have some sort of lust or desire for them? Okay, especially here in Great Babylon, America. But this is where we at, okay? And it says, if the world now be made for our sakes, why do we not possess inheritance with the world? How long shall this endure? Yes, we all go out there crying on the highway and the byway, because here we are, man. This is vexing. This place is vexing. It is very vexing. Every day you got to walk around these inferior people, okay? Hold your tongue, okay? And just we have to have that patience, because why? We were told, we have to endure to the end to be given that crown. And so this is why we have to go down the highway and the byway, stay in this truth, deal with these heathen nations, deal with the heathen amongst us, deal with our 2/3 that continuously have their head up their ass, okay? That doesn't understand that we are Yasharala, Prince of the Power, that we are the chosen people, okay? And the rest of these nations are nothing. Okay, but this is what we have to do. We have to endure. But here's a message here continuing on here, because while your head is up your ass here in Great Babylon, America, you jakes, okay, you are also going to suffer the fate, okay, of these people who have your head shoved snugly up your ass. And this is the book of Joel 3, starting with verse 19. It says, Egypt, which this place is known as what? Spiritual Sodom in Egypt, shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness for the violence against the children of Judah, because they have shed innocent blood in their land, which is we see constantly going on right now. They're going to slaughter the northern tribe that's coming over here. They've been slaughtering Judah all the while, but the northern tribe is about to witness, okay, their share of being gunned down in the street openly, beat down, hung from trees, which they have experienced that. Okay, which they have experienced that. The whole tribe of Israel experienced that. But Judah, okay, the so-called Negroes, okay, which consists of Benjamin, Levi, and Judah, okay, have experienced it. It's been thrust more in the media, in the books and literature, which is the reason why the dark-skinned tribes of Israel, the Asherah, so-called Blacks and American Latino, okay, are despised much more than our light-skinned, brothers and sisters. We're despised, okay, much more. But they're about to see that. Because why? These are innocent blood that Esau is planning on sharing, pursuant to Genesis 27:41, where he said he's going after the entire tribe. Okay, and he has the means now to do that. And this is why the Lord has his man out in the highway and the byway to do what? To call you back into this truth. To call you into what? Salvation, to be saved. Because there's no other way out of this. There is none. There's no other way out. There's none. You can't buy your way out. You can't run to another country. You can't do nothing. If you are marked for death, you are going to get that, okay? And these tribulations. And it says, but Judah shall dwell forever, and Jerusalem from generations to generation. For I will cleanse their blood that I have not cleansed, for the Lord Yahweh Shemai Shai dwelleth in Zion. So at the end of the day, okay, with your head stuck up your ass, you will experience that judgment from Yahweh Shemai Shai, which is going to be what? Utter destruction of Great Babylon, America, to what? Thermonuclear fire. Lord willing, you will edify like the close by giving all glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to teachers, elders, and apostles, great most, so and also to likewise brother who is putting on the truth, faithfully, fearlessly feeding the sheep, and to you brothers and sisters that are tuning in. Shalom.